private probation companies like Red Hills. This starts out with this guy, the story of Adel Edwards. Minutes after court sentenced Adel Edwards to pay a $500 fine for burning leaves in his yard without a permit. Right? This is this guy's crime. He was burning leaves without a permit. The private probation company tasked with surveying his monthly payments told him he actually owed more than $1,000 and demanded $250 up front. Because Edwards couldn't pay the full amount on the spot, the company had him thrown in jail for several days until a friend came up with the money. According to a new federal lawsuit, the suit filed by the Southern Center for Human Rights charges that Red Hills Community Probation conspired with local police in two small Georgia towns to jail poor people without any court approval or legal authority, effectively holding them for ransom. So now, again, back to the Republican Party. The Republican Party is all about how do we serve the rich? Well, one way to serve the rich is to take public functions that should be done by government and paid for by government with tax money, and taxes, of course, the rich people pay a lot in taxes, to take those public functions, have them done by private companies. So the tax money from both the rich people and the poor people goes to the private contractors. The private contractors then can skim money off the top and kick that back to the Republican politicians who got them the contracts. And as I said in the third hour, I'm going to give you statistics on, this is truly astonishing. Back in 2000, a whole group of people, mostly banksters, gave over $100,000 each, bundled more than $100,000 each for George W. Bush's campaign. Those companies, Jeb, Florida, gave hundreds of millions of dollars to. As I said, I'll lay this all out. But this is, private probation companies now like Red Hill, which are used by more than 1,000 court systems in 10 states. They tack on their own shares of the fees, even though they weren't legally required to pay the company the same day as the lawsuit states the police officers were stationed at the doors to keep them from leaving, right? This for-profit company, police, to terrorize the citizens. One woman says she was detained in the courthouse while her fiancé pawned her engagement ring to come up with the funds that the company demanded. These are funds that didn't have to be paid by law. But, hey, we've outsourced it to a private corporation. So it's like we're outsourcing racism. We're outsourcing community because, hey, somebody can make a buck off it. Republicans love that.